holding their guns, holding the lanes. It's a little less exciting to watch than the French can play, but it's just looked really solid to me.
Nick, what do you think?
I'm going to have to side with Eric here and go with Russia. Just the way they've been playing, you know, pushes on the, you know, say standard breakouts, but pushes on the on the Snake side, pushes up the middle now, pushes on the Dorito side. As France lose that first body up there at the wall, but Russia also losing a body in the back center. So Russia goes around the W, the wall bunker there, sees no one and comes back and keeps her body alive. You can see a second body over there falling, getting eliminated for France. Russia trying to make a move on the Dorito side, loses a body as well. So it's a 3-on-3. 3 Russians versus 3 French. France have a body in the Dorito corner. Snake wall and Snake tower.
And you can see no one even on the Snake side. Well, the bunker of death here is still hot right there for France. But Russia with that player here in the center just trying to cut this lane down here. Russia's going to have a shot unless you wrap all the way around on this lane here, but Russia running all the way over. Just running we've seen that move there from that side.
Gutsy move. I wish she would have like not so much thrown her body out of the, you know, off behind the bunker and just kind of sat in the bunker. And
she probably would have made it. Yeah,
yeah.
She probably would have made it.
Could have just run her down if she wanted to.
Yep.
But
leaves this a 2-on-2.
Yeah, 2-on-2, and there goes France trying to make it out wide here and gets into the Snake back bunker and catches Russia sleeping there in the pack, I think. No, looks like bounces her. So she's still alive, and she tucks in smartly there. You can see the 2 players left alive here for France. One in the back corner bunker here on the Snake, and she gets taken out, and that leaves just 1 player left alive right there in that stand-up towards the D side of the field. Still a player alive here in Snake 3 here for Russia. 2 players left alive for Russia right now. If they're both on the same side of the field, really need to spread the field here. When you're bunched up like that and it's 2-on-1, you're all pretty much in the same angle, and that is not the way you win a 2-on-1. The best way to do it is try to spread the field. Since the Snake is already hot, it really should be up to the player there in the center to try to spread the field as the Snake player pushes up. No, she's going to, looks like she might have walked out into one. She got bounced too, I think. Oh, and she does get taken out. See, that's what I'm talking about. When you're in the same lane, it's really a lot easier for the 1 against the 2 to get one of those kills there and even things up, instead of spreading the field, which increases the angle for the attackers and decreases the angle for the defender. So right now, it comes down to a 1-on-1 here in the final match. So he's going to take this victory, this point victory here, and go up by 1. And when you're in a 1-on-1, you want to try to lose or make your opponent lose you. And so nice work, Svetlana right there, going to put the first point on the board here for Russia in this race to 4. And looks like the point was conceded.
So nice job by Russia. There was a, what's the name of it? There's a Moscow team that played in the States a couple years ago. SK Moscow?
SK Moscow.
Yeah, but I think it was SK Moscow. They came and played in the States, and he had rented, their coach there had rented a Mustang. We were in it before Phoenix. We were practicing. We're playing at Fort Adobe Paintball just outside of Phoenix. He just decides to let that thing rip. Just doing donuts and kicking up rocks, hitting everything, man. Everyone's like, whoa, 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 what are you doing? He's like, I like God.
I like God.
I was like, all right, I guess that's all right, cool.
SK Moscow was involved with the Russian railway company, I think so.
So 1-0 is the score here, as Russia is up by 1 right now over France in this race to 4. 7 minutes and 9 seconds to go. And on the breakout, Russia still with very conservative breakouts. Heavy guns up and pays dividends. 2 kills as they shoot both players here off the D side. Shoot Elisa and Josefa, so no attackers at all here D side, and that should allow Russia to pretty easily be able to get out wide now here on the Snake side of the field, which they do, and they go up to the center as well. Referee is going to come and check out. So it looks like a body though dropping for Russia. Back corner bunker here on the D side.
Yeah, a nice move by the Russian player to go around the W, preserve her body, and take out the French player that's up there. So Russia in a commanding position on France. And you see our camera take a little streak there. Camera's holding strong, out there every point. Not complaining.
A couple more bodies here dropping right now for France. Again, not looking good for France here. Survivability has been the big issue for France. They did win enough games and win enough points to get themselves to this position, but we didn't have enough time to break it down before we started this game. But I was going to say, I kind of have to agree with you guys about Russia, and it's easy for me to say now as they're up 2-0.
Ah, okay.
But no, but we talked about this off camera before the start. If the survivability has been a big issue, particularly on the D side, Josefa's been playing well over here, but she's been by herself mostly. And I think that Russia going with those really conservative game plans, Eric, like you talked about, just going heavy guns. But it's working out for them, So, again, not the most entertaining paintball to watch, but incredibly effective, if you're playing a team that is having survivability issues.
Why change it if it works, right?
Absolutely, boys. So we're there in the Russian pit.
So listening right now to the coach.
Yeah.
Here giving some instructions to his players. They're doing, again, nothing crazy. And if I was France, the only problem is they're down by 2 now. So, with a little bit more game time coming into this one, they probably should have taken either, aggressive up the center, because that's the harder place to actually shoot. Even though you're going really far, you do have a giant wall bunker to work with, so you can get up there, kind of like Poland had been doing. Poland's constantly getting 2 players up there in the center. Maybe abandon going out wide on the D side, send maybe just Josefa over there, because she's been doing well staying alive, and try to attack that center to break that cross, or play conservative yourself. Get the safe spots. But we'll see here. 6 minutes, again, 12 seconds to go, and about 25 seconds before the start of this next point. But France has to find an answer for the heavy guns here of Russia off the break.
Yeah, or to say, as a game plan, to say, hey, let's stay alive for 30 seconds, get to your spots, and don't do anything.
Or, not to sound desperate, but I kind of want to see forward to the wall. Have a
Did you say forward to the wall?
Yeah.
Quad wall play?
Quad wall play.
Yeah.
You want to send like a distractive
squared
missile to the Dorito corner and just go forward to the wall.
Well, it's like France ignores the wall, tries to go out wide, and out to the Dorito corner. Snake 1, Dorito corner gonna get shot. So, we've heard time and time again from Ryan Greenspan that he thinks that's one of the hardest spots to make. And France losing 2 bodies, so Russia again just dominating.
Just don't have an answer
break
to those off the break shots at all.
Yeah, don't run to high risk areas with big lanes. France, though, does fill out to this Dorito corner.
And to the snake,
pushes into the snake, too. So France down 2 bodies, making forward progress. Definitely something that they need to do, because we have 5:35 left to go in this game, and France is down by 2 points. So France has to make a push here and get some kills on some Russian players. You see the French player, the snake there, Gambier, getting tight. Out, gunfighting down the tape.
Yeah, the ref's running in to check her out, though, and that's going to be a penalty. Look for maybe one more, too. Nope, just pulls the one-on-one, or 1-for-1.
As the French player on the Dorito side bunkers the air. She must have bunkered the ground.
Well, now
they're going to try to pull another penalty. There's no one left alive to pull.
Because she was, like, the Russian girl had no idea that she was about to get bunkered, and then the French girl must have shot the ground.
Yeah, was that Josefa that did that?
No, Josefa got shot early off the break.
I thought she had it there for a second.
So did I. But France now going to have to start down 1, maybe 2 bodies, depending on the ref's call. So
a penalty on France. A make penalty. They start with 3 people on the next goal.
Worst case scenario for France right now. Down by 3.
Strikes.
You're down by 3. You're going to start with 3, which means you're 1 point away from losing this final game here. And this has just been nothing but Russia here and those off-the-break shots. And now some penalties here for France. That's 2 penalties that were assessed in that last point. So a little bit of that desperation setting in here. And, it's going to take a miracle here for France to win this game now. Because even if they somehow survive with their 3 players and they get 3 players out, they still have to shoot 2 of the Russian players. And the Russian players playing so conservative, they're not really giving them much, not going very far. So even if they win this next one, then they still only have 5 minutes to work with to try to tie this game up. So it's not looking good right now for the women from France.
You can see them there in the pit right now.
Devastated.
Alexander Pion trying to figure out what 3 he's going to put out there.
I know what I would do, triple wall.
Well, if you can't do the quad, you might as well
Commentating
do
with you is like commentating
try.
with Todd. Todd, every single time that it gets this way, he's like, oh, I'm thinking all wall right now.
All wall, baby.
All wall.
Absolutely. All to the wall.
From the windows to the wall.
So a confident Russia taking the field to play what is most likely going to be the last point that we see here in the Women's World Cup. because again, France having to start with 3. It is just not looking very good. And so
you never know. You shoot. Well, you know. Speaking of, you never know. You shoot one of the girls, one of the Russian players running out. She gets a penalty. You know, you're back in the game.
She decides to wipe.
Oh, wipe.
3 for 1.
And
gets banned for
life.
You know what?
Yeah, never play again.
Never play again. You know, anything's possible here.
Yeah, but it's not. Happen. I mean, not very probable, unfortunately, for France. I hate to say it, but
drag us back to reality, Matty Marshall.
My bad. So France slowly but surely making their way out here. 30 seconds to go, and there's Gambier, who's been playing the snake for France. Also, there's Josefa Ferry, and she's been really doing well, pretty much kind of by herself over here on the D side of the field, and just, you know, it's been a big problem for France is just survivability. But again, winning enough games to get here, and hey, second place, not too shabby.
No. Yeah, went 4 and 1, only losing 2. Who did they lose to? Russia? Yeah, they lost to Russia, so it's a repeat.
Josefa digging to get to that back corner. When you know, if you can spread the field with the 3 bodies,
they actually
that's the way
killed
to do
the Russian player running out to the Dorito side. So it's a 4 and 3 right now. We're not back in the game, but it's not over as quick as we thought it was.
Well, they stayed alive. That was step 1 here. And step 2 was try to kill somebody, which they did. Still haven't even the body count up, as there's 4 players left alive for Russia, and they could just post up and wait. France down by 3, and with down a body, still have to push forward because you know they have to try to make something happen.
Yeah, so things slow down here just a little bit. I say the French team does not want to make any careless moves. They're
Russia,
still in their primaries.
Russia also knows they don't have to do anything. They don't have to go anywhere. The ref is running in to check the Russian wall player. She gets eliminated.
I thought for a second that we might see that penalty. Did she get a penalty?
And Russia.
She didn't get a penalty.
She didn't get a penalty, but another player for Russia died out of her spot. So this is the opportunity that France needed right here. And so France might be able to put one on the board here as the paintball gods have shined down upon them here. They were able to make it out wide, and then shoot the player in the center 50 also got a kill off the break, and now it's 3 on 2. So we'll see if they can close this one out. But again, just there's not a lot of time left. But hey, 2-point spread with 3 minutes-ish. If they can win this one quickly, that's a completely different game. There's one of the last players left alive for the Russian players on the right-hand side of your screen here in what we've been calling the bunker of death, and see her playing over the top. That's the tough spot to play here.
Might as well call that a tombstone.
And here comes the run through, able to take her out. So France is making this a little bit more interesting here. They were able to battle through that penalty. So just when we were writing them off, they do have 2 minutes and 48 seconds to go here to try to get back in this match. But still, Russia, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Russia still, you can see Josefa happy about that last point, and she should be. That was a great last point for France and a big momentum shifter potentially. So, but again, Russia's still 1 point away. This is a race to 4, so they're 1 point away from victory here.
Yeah, I said that point is a small victory in of itself there for France, pulling off a 3 on 5, and still, you know, 3 minutes and 48 seconds to go in this game. So nice job by France to get a point on the board. See though if they can make something happen.
Well, France has the momentum on their side at this point.
They do, but you know,
still the 3 on 1. It's still the Russians. I see what you're saying. I see what I was saying earlier.
Exactly.
But still, if they are to make a comeback, it's now.
Yeah, well, for sure, because it's also 3 to 1, so in a race to 4. But you know, it could be a big momentum shifter. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen than 2 points scored in 2 minutes and 48 seconds. So it is absolutely possible. It's not even, you know, it wouldn't even be that crazy because they're going to be back at full strength here. But the issue at stake, though, is with the heavy guns that we've seen out of Russia. Can France, who has had a survivability issue, can they live through the break and be able to push forward into those guns, get some kills of their own, and score 2 points in 2 minutes and 48 seconds? We will find out.
Allez le bleu.
Joseph is pumped. He's pumped up for this one here. So there is the line for France. All right, getting things going here for this next point in 3 seconds. So on the breakout, we're following France here on the snake side of the field and trying to shoot that lane here, but it looks like a clean break so far for both teams. So that is not what France wanted to happen here, to try to score a couple quick ones to tie it up. Very conservative breakout for Russia. 2 players in the back center bunker, each shooting. One shooting towards the snake side, one towards the D side. And they'll probably be content to just, maybe make a couple more moves and zone it up.
Yeah, or not make any moves at all.
Yeah, they could just stay in those
They're in
spots.
pretty good spots right now as it is, especially with, France not taking the snake on the break. They do have Josefa out there in the Dorito corner, but that back center, as we have heard, has great lanes on that snake side, and they also have a tower and the mini wall bunker over there. Josefa making a move from the corner into the Dorito 2. So the attack has started on that side, but she's going to have to get going and get the support of her teammates, as it's not just a 1-point game, it's a 2-point game, just a tie. So we'll see where this press comes from. See Russia there on the field. Svetlana in the snake, doing what she does best, staying alive and applying pressure, now making that move into the snake too. We've seen her just win games for Russia by just attacking on that side. She's gonna look inside immediately. No teams taking the wall on the break, which is something I would have thought would have happened.
Yeah, you would have thought that would have happened, knowing that they need to score some, or France needs to score some quick points. But Russia repositioning here. They now have a player in snake 2, and when you get to those are good spots. Snake 2, back corner bunker, D side, and the 2 players in the center, and the third one there in the, we've been calling the bunker of death, the insert bunker on the snake side. But those are good spots to lock it up, and that's just what they're doing here. So look for an attack to come from France. So running out of time, they really need to start pushing forward. Regardless, live or die, this is it. You're in the finals right here. You're trying to win the World Cup. You just had a little bit of luck in that last one here, and now Russia is the one to attack. Moving into D1, and here comes the push as Josefa moving down here on the D side of the field, getting into position. Oh, but she gets taken out. So
that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and that's been France's main attacker, their best player, trying to make something happen here with not a lot of time left. So look for Russia to just zone it up and take these 27 seconds off the clock and take the victory here.
I don't think they're going to zone it up.
I don't think they're going to zone it up either. Yeah, they're trying to get this last point here. I got to give it to them that. That's, I like that. Not content to sit there. Definitely more fun to put the final point on the board. And they're going to clear out the last players here for France and try to run in and hit that buzzer with 4 seconds to go, securing the victory.
Well, congratulations to Team Russia, winning the Women's Cup here in Bitburg, Germany. See the celebration there in the pit. Hats off to France.
Flawless performance here by Russia, though.
Yeah.
France had a moment of a starstruck moment, just a little moment of French resistance. They weren't able to come back, unfortunately, and Russia winning, taking the World Championship here.
Yeah, and last year Russia took second to France. So we had a little bit of a rematch here, as France losing here in the finals to pretty dominant Russia. They look pretty good all the way through the prelims. Germany taking third last year, Poland fourth, but this year it's going to be Russia